In the dome, we have the space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes, it's for the entire community. Whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. Hope you stop by soon.
Hello, Dordt University sports fans. Hope you're enjoying the game, whether you're a family or friend of a team member or a fan of the university. These players and coaches have put in hours and hours of practice, and it shows. There's one more thing that every coach makes sure the team has for each game, and that's a game plan. And no matter the outcome of the game, there's tremendous value and growth in working together as a team to execute that game plan. What about you? Do you have a game plan for your financial life? Or are you so busy with everything else that life throws your way? Now, this time of year is everyone's favorite. And no, I'm not talking about the welcoming of spring here in the cold Midwest. No, it's tax time, when we, sometimes not so willingly, file our tax returns and pay any remaining taxes due. Have you ever wondered, am I doing all I can to be tax efficient? Not just when I file my tax return, but throughout the year? And not just this year, but over the long term? And would additional tax-efficient strategies fit with the rest of my financial game plan? For over 40 years, the planning firm here in Sioux Center has been helping households build and execute their financial game plans on all the things more important than money. I'm Tom DeYoung, president of the planning firm. Check us out on the web or social media, or schedule a complimentary Discover meeting to see how a financial game plan might benefit you. We'll help you build your financial game plan on all the things in your life more important than finances, while being a good steward of the resources God has entrusted to your care. And check out our Money Concepts Radio podcast at moneyconceptsradio.com or on your favorite podcast app, where we dive into relevant financial planning topics to bring clarity to the often confusing, ever-changing rules of the game in the financial world. Enjoy the rest of the game. And remember to spend your most valuable resources, your time and your attention, on the things in life that matter more than money. And go Defenders!
Broadcast, brought to you by Cruise and Cruise PC, certified public accountants. Offices in Sioux Center and Lamars, helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Hulsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Sioux Concrete Construction, Rob Sue, owner, excelling in flat work, poured walls, and decorative concrete projects, dedicated to providing customers with a good experience and quality workmanship. SiouxConcrete.com.
At Dordt, we strive to build community from before you step foot on campus to years after you graduate. We want to give Dordt students the chance to live and learn together and create meaningful, lifelong relationships that are rooted in faith. Connect to others in purposeful relationships at Dordt University.
Hey Defender Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning in to the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family-owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
Homegrown. Community. Family.
Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Good afternoon and welcome to Dordt University as we have a GPAC softball game here today between Northwestern and Dordt. Dordt will take the field first. Dordt comes into this one off of a week break as they played Dakota Wesleyan last week Wednesday, split with them. Had a low-scoring affair in the first game. The second game, complete opposite. Won that game 16-11 after a 7-run inning in the fifth. Dordt's coming off of some hot offense. Looking at this one, Dordt's 16-19 overall, facing against Northwestern, who is 32-5, ranked number 11 in the nation. So we'll see how this works out. First pitch is going to come from Chloe Croys, Dordt's ace this year. And batting first for Northwestern is going to be the right fielder, number 18, Sydney Jacobs. She's hitting .411 on the season. And the first pitch outside, called a ball. For Dordt, like I said, Croys is pitching. Behind the dish is Annabelle Hensley. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Called strike. Third base, we have number 55, Bren Tarenga at shortstop. We have number 6, Sierra Perky for second base. Number 10, Peyton Whipple, first base. Number 4, Taylor Schneider, Left field, we have number 7, Abby Hitchcock. Center field, number 30, Brooke Rule. And rounding out the lineup in right field, number 5, Brooklyn Cox. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Croys. Called low. Brings a 3-1 count. Jacobs leads the team with 34 runs this season. She'll get another chance to do that here as she gets a walk to lead off the game.
Now batting number 13, Ashton Billings.
That brings up number 13, Ashton Billings. Billings is the DP in this one today. Runner on first, and something to bring up is Northwestern leads the nation in sacrifice bunts this season. Play a lot of small ball, and here they go. Bunt moves the runner over, but that'll have Billings out at first. But she did do her job, as now that moves Jacobs to second base. Runner in scoring position here for number 25, Gwen Michelson. Michelson was the player of the year last year in the G-Pack. She's hitting .440 on the season. Not often you see an average that high. She takes ball 1. Has a majority of Northwestern's home runs, half of them at that, 6 out of the 12. And she is the power in this lineup. There's the 1-0 pitch. Call the ball. Croys is 8-10 on the season as she throws her first strike of the at-bat. 19 appearances with 18 starts, and that pitch is flown out to left. Hitchcock under it, and no tag from Jacobs there, so now there's 2 down. We're looking to get out of this first inning pretty quick, as that brings up the catcher, Chloe Gallegos.
Now batting number 12, Chloe Gallegos.
Gallegos on the season hitting .395, so a lot of high averages here in the top of the lineup as she takes strike 1. Croy's looking to get out of this one pretty quick as she throws ball 1. Northwestern is coming off a series sweep against Concordia as they stand atop the G-Pack rankings at undefeated 12-0. Here's the pitch, swung on, lined into left. It's going to get down. Jacobs rounding third, and she's going to get in safely as Gallegos hits a clutch 2-out RBI single for the Raiders. So they take the lead in the first here, as that'll bring up number 15, Maddie Kovatek. Here's the pitch from Croys. Called strike. The second pitch is a ball. Kovatek hitting .385 this season. 25 RBIs on the season. See if she can do it again. No runner in scoring position. She does have a runner on first. Extra base hit might be able to do it. The pitch from Croy swung on. Grounded foul. There's 2 outs, 2 strikes. See if Croys can get out of this one, and she calls time to tie her shoe. Croys with 88 strikeouts on the season, trying to see if she can make it 89 here. The pitch, fouled off right side. So Kovatek stays alive. And the 1-2 pitch from Croys, grounded to Croys, and she's going to take her time with that one, throw it to first. And that'll be it for the top of the first. Northwestern gets out with 1 run. Now up to bat will be Dordt. We'll be back after the break.
Top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and Design.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit epremierbank.com or stop by any of the 5 Premier Bank locations in Iowa or South Dakota to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
Coming up now is number 30, Brooke Rule for the Defenders. Rule's hitting .336 on the season, done a great job in the leadoff spot for the Defenders. Had a good series against Dakota Wesleyan where she went 7 for 10 as she swings at the first pitch, and it's lined into left. That'll get down for a single. She's rounding first. She'll stay at first, though. That's a good way to get it started for the Defenders. Pitching for Northwestern is Kate Kralik. As that brings up number 5, Brooklyn Cox. Kralik with a 1.9 ERA on the season, 16-3. She's been doing very well this season. Bunt attempt by Cox is rolled foul. Dordt trying to match Northwestern's sacrifice here. On that last play, Rule got over to third on the steal, throw into center field. As now Cox has a chance to get back that run that Dordt lost in the first inning. Here's the pitch, swung on, fouled left. As now there's 2 strikes. Like I was talking about before, Kralik 16-3 on the year. 10 complete games at that. So she's definitely been dominant. And she was first team all-conference last year and the year before that as she throws a ball high and out. Two here for Cox. Ball high. And it's a full count with a runner on third, and this is what you want if you're a Defender fan. Here's Cox, 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Clutch strikeout from Kralik. And that'll bring up the pitcher, number 2, Chloe Croys.
Next up, number 2, Chloe Cruz.
She's hitting .400 on the season. That's 8th in the G-Pack, that batting average, as she swings at the first pitch, fouled off right.
Last year, we were told that it was Cruz, so we said Cruz all the time.
Here's Croys, 0-1 count with Rule at third. Swung on, flown into left. That'll get the job done for sure, and it's gone. Chloe Croys with the 2-run home run here in the first inning to give the defenders the lead. That is her 5th of the season, and it comes at a good time here for the defenders, as that gives them a 2-1 lead. That'll bring up number 22, Annabelle Hensley, who's hitting .358 on year, the freshman catcher. Had a pretty big home run in the last series against Dakota Wesleyan. And the first pitch was a ball. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Kralik, swung on by Hensley, hit into the gap. Jacobs tries to cut it off. She can't. Hensley's going to get to second. And there's another clutch extra base hit from Hensley as she hits a double. And there's still only one out here. Defender's still making some noise. As that brings up number 13, DP, Lauren Steenstra, who had a huge week a couple weeks ago, got National Player of the Week. Last week against Dakota Wesleyan had a good series as well. Went 2 for 4, I believe. Now she has a runner in scoring position for her with 1 out. A 1-0 pitch. Swung on, missed. Good pitch from Kralik. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, flown into left. Going back, and that one's gone as well. Lauren Steenstra with the 2-run bomb right after Chloe Croys just hit one. And it's now a 4-1 game here in the first inning. And Dordt came to play today as they jump out to a 4-1 lead here in the top of the bottom of the first with only 1 out. That'll bring up number 7, Abby Hitchcock. Now she has no runners on, looking to start something fresh for the defenders. She's hitting .407 on the season. Limited at-bats, but has done well in her at-bats as she takes ball 1. She's playing in the left field today. Had a diving catch against Dakota Wesleyan that saved a couple runs last series. She takes ball 2. That'll force a meeting in the circle with Northwestern's coach Shane Bauman. As well as a meeting in the outfield with an assistant coach. Don't see that all the time. Huge bottom of the first here for the defenders with 4-run with only 1 out. Northwestern hasn't been in this spot a lot this season. They need to see what they're made of here. 2 2-run bombs from the defenders. Been clutch in this one. And this will resume the at-bat for Hitchcock. Kralik with the 2-0 pitch. Is high. It's going to be ball 3. Assume there's a take sign on here for Hitchcock. And the 3-0 pitch. Ball high, so Hitchcock gets on with a 4-pitch walk. And that'll bring up number 4, Taylor Schneider. She's hitting .289 on the season. Corner's playing very end, expecting bunt here. The pitch from Kralik is a ball high. So Kralik consistently hitting above the zone. Schneider hit .289, like I said, on the season with a home run. as she swings and misses at the second pitch. Kralik has only given up 30 earned runs all season. And Dordt has 4 with 1 out here as Schneider takes a strike down the middle. So now it's a 1-2 count with 1 out. Hitchcock at first. The 1-2 pitch from Kralik. Swung on and missed. So Schneider goes down swinging. And that'll bring up number 55, Bryn Tarenga, playing third base today. She had a monstrous series against Dakota Wesleyan, had multiple triples, multiple doubles, as she takes strike 1. See if she can continue that tear that she's been on. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Kralik. Check swing. No, she didn't, says the base umpire. Northwestern fans didn't seem to like that one. And the 1-1 pitch. That's a called strike, so Kralik crawling back here. She now has a 1-2 count with 2 outs here. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. So Kralik gets out of that one with a runner on first. Dordt, a 4 spot in the bottom of the first. See if they can continue. We'll be back after the break.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family-owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
Homegrown. Community.
Family. Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Back here for the top of the second, as you saw a flash of dash the defender there. That'll bring up number 2, Tatum Schmalbeck. She's playing second base here today. And she is hitting .275 on the season as she takes called strike 1. There's the 0-1 pitch from Croys. Just outside, barely missed that one. Schmalbeck with 11 doubles on the season, so she can get to the extra base if needed as she takes strike. So 2-1 here, Croys. Ball barely outside, maybe a little high. 3-1. The pitch. Called strike. So Croy's trying to battle back. Important to get this first runner down. The pitch. Swung on, grounded to Croys just like the last out of the last inning. She takes her time throwing it to Schneider, and that's one down. With that out, that'll bring up the shortstop, number 6, Reese Merrick. As she's does not have a hit recorded yet on the season. Only 2 at-bats. She takes strike 1. The pitch from Croys. ball outside, so it's 1-1 count here from Merrick. Northwestern is 7-1 on the road on the season, 23-4 at neutral sites. There's the bunt. She pops it straight up right to Croys. Croys is getting some PFP practiced here. Pitcher fielding priorities. And she's got a quick 2 down here in the top of the second. That'll bring up number 5, Cassidy Gores. She's playing first base today. There's the 0-0 pitch. Just a little bit low in the dirt. Now, Croy's the 1-0 pitch, looking to bounce back. Called strike. Croy's with the 1-1 pitch, just outside. Croy's is holding the opposition to a .259 batting average on the season, one of the better in the G-Pack. Here's the pitch, chopped to third, it goes foul. So now there's 2 strikes here for Gores. And the 2-2 pitch from Croys, swung on, fouled. So Gore stays alive here. Gores is hitting .295 on the season. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on, fouled off. She stays alive once again. That one was off the cap. 15 RBIs on the season for Gores, as well as 3 doubles. And the 2-2 pitch from Croys. Swung on, flown into center. Rules under it. She's going to catch it, and that's going to end the top of the second. Dordt up to bat for the bottom half after this break.
You add up all the Wi-Fi connected devices in your home these days, you'll be surprised at how many there are and how much bandwidth they're using. Do the math. It just may add up to needing faster Wi-Fi. Premier Communications has you covered with reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig. Keep everything connected with Premier Communications. Visit us online at mypremieronline.com or call at 1-800-741-8351. Premier Communications. Looking ahead.
German Farmers Mutual, protecting the farm and home since 1891. Northwest Iowa's local insurance partner. Online at germanfarmers.com.
NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek.
Back here for the bottom half of the second. Dordt looking to carry on the momentum they had in the bottom of the first as number 10, Peyton Whipple, the 9-hitter in the lineup, gets to lead off the second here. She swings at the first pitch, fouls it straight back. Whipple hitting 185 on the season. She's been the everyday second baseman pretty much for the defenders. She takes ball 1. Very good in the field. Holds down that 9 spot very well as she has 3 doubles on the season as well as 4 RBIs. She takes a pitch and it's called a ball outside. Kralik, the pitcher, didn't like that one, laughed to herself a little bit. And the 2-1 pitch from Kralik. Swung on, line to left, and it gets over the head of Kovacic. And that'll get Whipple into second for a leadoff double for the defenders. And here we are with the top of the lineup. That'll bring up number 30, Brooke Rule. She's playing center field here today. The leadoff hitter for the defender. She bunts. Dead ball. And that's going to bring Rule back. She got hit while she was in the batter's box, so she's not out. She's the foul ball. She singled to left on the first pitch of the game in her first at bat as she lines it to left once again. Gets over Kovatic's head, and that's going to bring Whipple around as Rule glides into second base for a double to add a run to the total. Dordt leads 5-1 here in the bottom of the second. So Rule 2 for 2 early in this one. And there's going to be a change as Northwestern coach Shane Bauman goes to the umpire, and Krolick's coming out early in this one. That'll bring in for pitching for Northwestern. They'll bring in number 22, Abby Flanagan. She has 22 appearances this season with an ERA of 3.48. So Flanagan comes into this one with a runner in scoring position for the defenders. Rule with the clutch hit to left. Got Whipple around to score. So back-to-back doubles for the defenders. Cox with a runner in scoring position for here as she struck out in a long at-bat. In her first at-bat, she lays a bunt down. And it goes foul, just tipped it a little bit. A little confusion there at third, but Rule does have to go back. Flanagan here, coming in relief in the second inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Bunted by Cox, foul, so she can't get the bunting job done. Let's see if she can move the runner over somehow here. Cox hitting .352 with 13 RBIs on the season. So definitely a possibility here. The 0-2 pitch is high, ball one. The pitch from Flanagan. Called strike three. Cox watches that one. As that'll bring up Croys. Homered in her last at bat. The long shot to left field. One of two that inning. And here's the 0-0 pitch. Swung on, flown to left. Did she do it again? She did! Chloe Croys with another two-run home run. 7-1, the defenders lead here in the bottom of the second. As Chloe Croys has given herself a ton of insurance here. 4 RBIs for herself. And as you see on the replay, she flew that one to left, and that one was way gone. So now they'll bring up number 22, Annabelle Hensley. Hensley doubled in her last at-bat to right center. Right after the home run from Croys, so we'll see how she does here. She takes strike one. Hensley hitting .358 on the year. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded to second. Fielded by Schmalbeck, thrown to first. And that is the second out of the inning after the Cox strikeout. Bringing up number 13, the DP, Lauren Steenstra, who also homered in the first inning with a 2-run shot that brought in her and Hensley. There's the first pitch, ball outside. Flanagan looking to get out of this one with just the home run, as there's another ball taken by Steenstra. Here's a 2-0 pitch from Flanagan. Swung on, lined into center. Chasing back. That one's gone as well. Lauren Steenstra with her second home run is the game. Much like Croy's, this one a solo shot. And she rounds the bases by herself once again, as that brings the lead to 8-1. Steenstra carrying on her tear that she's been on lately. And Flanagan still just trying to get out of this one with as little damage as possible. That brings up number 7, Abby Hitchcock. She walked in her first at-bat. She takes strike one. And the 1 pitch from Flanagan. Called strike once again, so Hitchcock down 0-2 here. Looking to start something new once again like she did in her first at-bat. Got a walk. This time looks like she's going to have to put the ball in play. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ball outside. And the 1-2 pitch from Flanagan. Ball outside. Flanagan, the transfer from Nebraska-Omaha. Here at Northwestern. Having a .261 opponent batting average, and she gets Hitchcock there on the swinging strikeout. Dordt puts up another 4 spots, so it's 8-1. We'll be back for the top of the third after this break.
Welcome to Sioux Center, Iowa. Life in the center of everything. Where we connect with friends, coworkers, family, and the great outdoors. Knowing that in Sioux Center, you're never far from making the next great memory. And we grow great companies that make cutting-edge breakthroughs to make life better here and around the world. And when it's time to play, we keep friendship, family, and a bright future at the center of everything.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City. Whether you're looking for repairs, replacement, or maintenance for your air conditioning or heating system, Huber's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning of Orange City will exceed your expectation.
The Greenhouse, located in Hall, Iowa, bringing you amazing coffee, energy drinks, breakfast, lunch, and so much more. A big city feel, only 10 minutes away from Sioux Center, with a second location opening soon in Sanborn.
From the defenders. Batting for the Raiders is number 1, center fielder Charlie Baumgars. The first pitch from Croy's right here is just outside, called a ball. Baumgars hitting .291 on the season. One of the top in at-bats on the Raiders squad. 30 hits. Mix up her .291 average. She calls time.
Yeah, that's what I think. I'm thinking. I looked at the links.
Not a huge slugger, but she has 12 walks as well as a sacrifice on the season. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Croy's. Called strike. Pitch from Croy's, slap approach from Baumgars, and that's called a strike. That could have been a little outside, but umpire gave the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
1-2 pitch from Croys, trying to put Baumgars away, fouled back over the net. Pitch from Croys, 1-2, ball high. Baumgart's trying to start something here for the Raiders, down 7 quick. After this is top of the lineup. So she definitely wants to get on base here for the Raiders' sake as she chops one to short. Perky Fields throws to first, and Baumgars is too fast. She beats that one out. So she is called out. Not quite sure what happened there. It looks like she was out of the box there when she hit the ball. So what momentum Northwestern just got squandered. As that brings the top of the lineup, number 18, Sydney Jacobs. She walked in the first at-bat as she takes ball 1. And the pitch, called strike. Good pitch from Croys. As Jacobs hitting .411 on the season, 10th in the GPAC. And the pitch, called strike. Outside corner.
As long as it's consistent, I guess you can't get mad.
1-2 count here for Jacobs. Trying to start something for the Raiders. The pitch swung on, fouled left side. Jacobs 7 doubles on the season, second on the team. And the pitch, chopped to left. Hitchcock right there, read it like a book. And that's out number 2 for the defenders. Croy's making quick work of this dangerous Raiders lineup. He'll bring up number 13, Ashton Billings, the 2-hitter in the lineup. She grounded out her first time as here's a ground ball to short. Perky looking to do the same thing. Throws to first and got her. It's another quick inning here for the defenders. Top of the third already over. We'll be back for the bottom half after this break.
This is Alex with Outdoor Elements. We've been the region's premier landscape company for over 15 years. With our own in-house landscape designer, we create extraordinary outdoor spaces where you will make memories with family and friends. We do all types of landscaping and we're the region's only certified pool professionals. We specialize in saltwater pools, which are easy to maintain and gentle on your skin. Check out our website at OutdoorElementsInc.com. We make your landscape as beautiful as your home. When you want the best, contact us at 712-476-5299 or email us at info@OutdoorElementsInc.com.
Back for the bottom half of the third here. As number 4, the first baseman, Taylor Schneider, up to bat here as she struck out the first time. First pitch from Flanagan is a strike. Umpire's been calling a lot of that outside corner on the left side. Outside pitch for lefties, inside pitch for righties. Been pretty consistent. There's the pitch. Check swung. And base umpire says she did. So a quick 0-2 count here for Flanagan as she's trying to make quick work of the defender lineup here. The 0-2 pitch. Ball outside. She just missed that one. Trying to hammer that outside corner like I just said. And the 1-2 pitch from Flanagan. Ball outside. 2-2 count here for Schneider. Swung on, chopped to the pitcher. Flanagan gets out of the circle, throws it to first. It's in time. So Flanagan handles her business in the fielding department there. As Schneider grounds out. One down here in the bottom of the third. Tarenga comes up to bat as she struck out in her first at-bat, but has been on a good run lately. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swung on, chopped to third. Michelson picks it up, throws it to first. Caught by Gores, and that'll be another ground out. So Flanagan coming into this inning looking pretty sharp as she has to face the bottom of the order, 7-8-9 for the defenders as Whipple comes up now. The second baseman, she had a clutch double. Last at-bat, last inning actually. As she takes strike one. Whipple scored on the home run by Croys. There's strike two. And Gallegos looked a little fooled by the pitch, but it was still a strike. So here's the 0-2 count. To Whipple. Ball outside. Whipple hitting 185 on the season and looking to start something here. 1-2 count, swung on, fouled right side.
Could be Northwestern, but I'm not sure. Black jersey. We played Northwestern on Monday. Okay. Morningside, maybe?
Whipple trying to stay alive here. A 1-2 count, the pitch. Swung on and missed. And quick work of the bottom of the Dordt lineup. 1-2-3 for Flanagan. Northwestern looking to make something of it after this break.
Proactive Physical Therapy and Sports Rehab when the aches and pains won't go away. Visit proactivephysicaltherapy.net when you want to get back to the activities you love.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ployne Publishing, quality printing from design to delivery. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Realty, a team of realtors in Northwest Iowa with the drive, care, and results you need to buy or sell your home. Visit them online, 712realty.com, leading you home. Today's broadcast brought to you by Volink Enterprises Incorporated, building homes for families and businesses in Northwest Iowa since 1962. Let's work together to bring your vision into reality. Volink Enterprises Incorporated.
And today's live stream broadcast brought to you by Verhoof Automotive. Verhoof Automotive in Sioux Center is your local Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, and Buick dealer. Verhoof Automotive, worth the drive from anywhere.
Back here for the top of the fourth. And this GPAC matchup brings up Gwen Michelson, the three-hitter for this Northwestern lineup. Reigning player of the year in the GPAC. She swings at strike one. Made a 5-3 put out last inning. In the field, now she takes ball one. She's hitting .440 on the season, second in the GPAC. The pitch swung on, flown to right. Looks like Cox is under it, and she is. That's a quick first out for the defenders, a big out at that. Something they needed. Keep Michelson off of the bases. That brings up the catcher. Number 12, Chloe Gallegos. She had a hit with an RBI last at bat. She skies one to right, foul. RBI single last time up. The only run Northwestern's had. The 0-1 pitch. Ball low. Hensley with the stop. Gallegos with 2 home runs on the season. Ball high. Looking to start something here for the Raiders. Just need some sort of momentum if they want to crawl back into this one. And the 2-1 pitch from Croys. Just outside, ball 3. So Croys trying to battle back. And a pitch. Called strike, so Croy's crawling back here. Full count. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Croys. Swung on, grounded to Croys, and she flashes the leather there. Makes a great grab, throws it to first, and that's another out here in this top of the 4th. So Croy's making quick work of this Raider lineup. That'll bring up Kovacic here for the Raiders. She grounded out in her first at-bat, and she takes strike 1. Kovacic's playing left field here today. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung on. She fouls that one back. Now she's down 0-2. Croys almost out of this one again. Kovacic hitting .385 on the air, one of the better hitters in this Raider lineup. The pitch, just outside. Great pitch from Croys. Kovacic didn't take the bait. The pitch from Croys, high. Kovacic staying disciplined here with 2 outs. Croy's looking to send it into the bottom half of the 4th as she throws the 2-2 pitch. It's fouled off by Kovacic, left field line. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch from Croys, swung on, grounded to second. Whipple has trouble with it, and that'll be an error. That gets Kovacic to first. Looked like it took a little weird hop at the end there, causing Whipple to fumble it. That'll bring up number 2, the second baseman, Tatum Schmalbeck. As she takes ball 1. She's 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Hitting 6th in this lineup for the Raiders. Runner on first for her after the error. The 1-0 pitch is called high. The 2-0 pitch from Croy's incoming. Inside, runner goes. Hensley throws it. Perky couldn't handle it, as that'll be a stolen base. And now there's a runner in scoring position for the Raiders. Not ideal for the defenders here. 3-0 count. The 3-0 pitch from Croys. That one's called ball 4. Looks like there will be a change here. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here for the Raiders as there's 2 runners on. Runner in scoring position. Looks like it's going to be number 4, Raven Krejci.
Now batting, number 4, Raven Krejci.
Krejci hitting .308 on the season. She has 4 hits in her 13 at-bats. Croix is ready now. She's trying to get out of this one to keep the defender lead. Here's the first pitch. Called strike. So it's an 0-1 count here. Krejci, 1 RBI on the season as she has a runner in scoring position for her as she takes ball 1. The 1-1 pitch from Croix, swung on, popped up. Taranga chasing, but that one's going to go foul off of the defender dugout. Croix needs 1 more strike to get out of this one. Had a quick inning to start, and Gavate got on with the air, and now it's been trouble from there. So here's the 1-2 pitch from Croix to put her away. Ball outside. So here we are once again with 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch from Croix. Swung on, fouled back. Good piece of hitting from Krejci. 12 appearances this year for Krejci with 13 at-bats. 4 total bases, including a walk. The 2-2 pitch, swung on, line to left, hit over Hitchcock's head. 1 hops the fence. Kavatic comes around. There's the second run from first as Northwestern. The pinch hitter pays off as Krejci hits a 2-run double. So that'll bring up number 5, Cassidy Gores, the first baseman here today. It looks like Coach Zomer's going to come out for a change.
She's on that side of the line.
As you can see a little bit. Somebody else is on the base too.
Video replay.
So here's Gores after the 2-run double from Krejci. She takes strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Called strike. So another 0-2 count here for Croys. There's a ball. Krejci at first after the clutch single. The 2-1 pitch. Popped in the air. Perky's there. She catches it. That'll be the end of the top of the fourth. Dordt gives up 2 runs after the clutch hit from Krejci. And we'll be back for the bottom half here after the break.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Snyder Insurance and Financial Group of Sioux Center, offering life, health, Medicare supplements, annuities, and more. Trusted service and exceptional products with you in mind since 1973. Looking for top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. NewTek is your partner for success when purchasing equipment for construction, manufacturing, agriculture, and other industries. Don't miss the opportunity to transform your business and redefine your productivity standards with NewTek. This broadcast brought to you by the Ullman Funeral Homes. Chad Ullman, Lori Ewell, and Taylor Van Witchell, providing professional attention to every detail. Today's broadcast brought to you by M&H True Value of Rock Valley. Behind every project is True Value. Start right. Start here.
Back here for the bottom of the fourth, as that brings up the top of the lineup. Number 30, Brooke Rule, who has had a good first two at-bats, as she has a single and a double, scored on both times. There's the first pitch called strike. Flanagan looking to keep this momentum rolling for the Raiders. Here's the 0-1 pitch, ball outside. Rule hitting .336 on the season. Tied for the lead on the team in at-bats. There's a pitch. Fouled off, right side.
In between the at-bat. As soon as she gets out or on base, then...
Foul ball. Makes it a 1-2 count. Here's Rule looking to start off for the defenders. The 1-2 pitch from Flanagan. Ball high. Little chase pitch there. Rule didn't fall for it. Rule also has an RBI in this one with the double last at bat. She swings, grounds it to third. It goes foul. Michelson grabs it. So we're back for a 2-2 count here. Dordt looking to extend their lead. This is the part of the lineup that's done the damage. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Flanagan. Swung on and missed, and that's a huge strikeout for Flanagan. As there's one down here in the bottom of the fourth. Brings up the right fielder, Brooklyn Cox.
And playing shortstop for the Raiders, number 10, Jory Hadjic.
First pitch is a called strike. There's also a change for the Raiders in the infield. Shortstops now. Number 10, Jory Hayek. Second pitch from Flanagan is a ball outside. Cox is 0 for 2 in this one with 2 strikeouts. Looking to change that here. The 1-1 pitch. Check swung, but it's a strike anyway, so it's a 1-2 count. Cox in .352 on the season, one of the better hitters for the defenders. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swung on, foul. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Flanagan. Cox trying to stay alive. She swings and misses, so 2 big strikeouts here from Flanagan. That brings up the pitcher, number 2, Chloe Croys, who's had a day for herself here with 2 two-run home runs. And this time there's nobody on, so the Raiders can pitch to her pretty free here. She takes ball 1. That outside pitch is called a strike. Croy's 407 on the season, 8th in the G-Pack. She swings, grounds to third. Michelson fields it. And that's a quick inning for the Raiders, just what they needed if they're going to try to come back in this one. And that'll do it for the 4th here. We'll be back for the top half of the 5th after the break.
Broadcast brought to you by the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, your trusted independent insurance agency in Northwest Iowa. Contact the Van Engelen-Hoven Agency, Sioux Center Advisors, Mark Holsoff, Lisa Dykstra, or Kyle Blankers. Today's broadcast brought to you by Cruz & Cruz, PC, certified public accountants, offices in Sioux Center and Lars. Helping you attain your financial goals is their commitment. Today's broadcast brought to you by Joyner and Dordt Dentistry, providing implants, dentures, and dental care for your whole family in a modern and friendly atmosphere. Today's broadcast brought to you by 712 Nutrition. Transform your health and wellness with 712 Nutrition. Stop in today for healthy, delicious protein shakes bundled with a supportive community. Start feeling your best today.
Back here for the top half of the 5th inning. Defenders still lead 8-3 after 4. Now batting for the Raiders, number 1, Charlie Baumgars, the center fielder here. She got on base last time with a single. Excuse me, she got on base, but she was ruled out after she hit the ball out of the box because she is a slap hitter. So she is 0 for 1. With a ground out, it's ruled. She takes strike 1. And here's the 1-1 pitch from Croys. Swung on, fouled left. Baumgars looking to start it off for the Raiders here. The 1-2 pitch, ball up. Baumgars hitting .291 on the season for the Raiders. And here's a 2-2 pitch from Croy. Swung on, popped over the third baseman's head. It goes just foul by a couple of feet. Baumgars had a chance there to start the inning off very strong. Two-two pitch from Croy's incoming. Here it is. Swung on, fouled straight back off the back. Baumgars not going down without a fight here. Croy's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on as she check swings, and it's called a strike. Ran to first thinking that Hensley dropped it, but really she just swung and missed. So she goes down for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up number 18, Sydney Jacobs, the top of the lineup. She's 0 for 1 today as she grounds it right through the 5-6 hole. No one could get there, so that'll be a base hit for Jacobs. She's 1 for 2 on the day. This is the dangerous part of the Northwestern lineup with one out. Brings up the DP here today, number 13, Ashton Billings. She's 0 for 1. With a sack bunt as well as a ground out. Pitch from Croys, just inside. Excuse me, hitting is going to be Hayek, not Billings. Hayek came in at short last inning. The second pitch is a called strike. Hayek's hitting .283 on the season. She takes ball 2. 32 for 113 on the year is Hayek. She got second team all G-Pack last season. She fouls it off there. The 2-2 pitch from Croy is about to come. And here it is. Ball 3. Not sure what is going on there. I think Hayek thought it was either strike 3 or ball 4. No one really knew, but it was ball 3, so it's full count, 1 out. Jacobs on first. So here's Croy trying to battle back. Swung on, popped to left, Hitchcock under it. She catches it. And that'll bring up the toughest out in this Raider lineup, Gwen Michelson. Michelson's 0 for 2 today. With 2 flyouts, she chops one in between third base and short for a base hit. So there's another single through the 5-6 hole for the Raiders in this inning. Croy's still trying to get out of this one with limited damage, as that'll bring up number 12, Chloe Gallegos. She's 1 for 2 with an RBI in this one. The RBI single back in the first inning. The pitch swung on, line to center. Rule picks it up. That's Jacobs rounding third. She loses it, and Michelson will get to third. So another clutch hit from Gallegos there. She gets another RBI single.
Now up, number 15, Maddie.
So Northwestern now only trails 8-4. That'll bring up number 15, the left fielder, Maddie Kovacic. Here's the pitch. Swung on, it hits her in the box. Raiders becoming more and more aggressive as the game goes on. Kovacic reached on an error that led to the rally in the top of the 4th. Got them 2 runs to cut the lead quite a bit. So here she is trying to help out again. Pitch is outside. A 1-1 pitch from Croys. Swung on, chopped foul. So now it's a 2-strike count with 2 outs. Croy's looking to put Kovacic away. There's a 1-2 pitch from Croys. Swung on line to second. Whipple catches it, and that'll do it here for the top of the 5th. 1 spot for the Raiders. Cuts the lead to just 4. We'll be back for the bottom half soon.
This is Jennifer Jansen at Epic Realty. At Epic Realty, we take pride in providing professional real estate services with integrity and expertise. Give us a call or stop by our Sioux Center office and visit our website at epichomerealty.com.
Premier Bank is proud to support Dordt University. Visit epremierbank.com for locations and more information. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I definitely see what you mean.
Leading off here, the bottom of the fifth is going to be number 22, Annabelle Hensley, looking to start something off for the defenders. She's on a tear lately as she grounds one between first and second, and looks like that was not sure who is out there right now. That looks like that's number 2, Tatum Schmalbeck, had trouble fielding that one as she gets on base. So Hensley once again in clutch for the defenders as we're going to have a pinch runner here. Pinch runner for Hensley. It's going to be number 44, Micaiah DeJager. Brings up Steenstra here. Steenstra's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. She has 2 home runs, just like Croy's does. Runner on first here for her as she takes ball 1. Steenstra's hitting .283. She's third in the G-Pack with 8 home runs on the season. Swings, grounds it, foul. That will bring Steenstra back.
Ashton who?
1-1 count here for Steenstra, looking to extend Dordt's lead. Swings on it, misses. Now it's a 1-2 count. There, 1-2 count for Steenstra. Ball low in the dirt. Good stop by Gallegos, as that'll keep DeJager from going anywhere. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Flanagan. Swung on, fouled back. Good battle from Steenstra. Three RBIs on the day for Steenstra. He's looking to keep that going here. Here's the pitch from Flanagan. Fouled off once again. Good at bat from Steenstra.
She's like 2 feet away from it.
They're getting the hustle plan.
2-2 here. Flanagan trying to put her away. Here's Steenstra. Swung on, lines it to the left center gap. That one hops the wall. DeJager rounding third. The relay, not in time, pump faked. As that'll be another run for the defender, so Steenstra once again comes up clutch with an extra base hit for an RBI. 3 for 3 with 3 extra base hits on the day. That'll bring up the left fielder, Abby Hitchcock. She takes a ball for the first pitch. She's 0 for 1 today A walk and a strikeout. Made a nice play and left a couple innings ago. And here she has a runner in scoring position for her. She takes strike one on the outside corner. There's a 1-1 pitch to Hitchcock. Ball inside and low. Good stop from Gallegos once again. Hitchcock swings, fouls it right. That's a 2-2 count. Hitchcock hitting .407 on the season. Here's the 2-2 pitch to her. She swings, fouls it off to the same spot. 11 hits on the season, 1 RBI. Looking to change that here with Steenstra on second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball inside. Almost hit Hitchcock, but it was close to being a strike. She crowds the plate pretty heavily there. So the full count here. And the pitch outside, ball 4. So Hitchcock works a great at-bat there, forcing a lot of pitches out of Flanagan. There's going to be a pitch hitter here. Looks like number 23, Ashton Grissom, is going to hit for Schneider, as well as there being a pinch runner for Hitchcock. Looks like number 24, Molly Zylstra, is going to run for Hitchcock.
What is Dash doing all the way over? He's in the shade.
Pinch running for the defenders, number 24, Molly Zylstra.
What is he doing?
You can see a cut of Dash there taking a stroll out in left field. Hopefully he can be cheered up by a hit here by Grisham. Here she is. She's a pinch hitter here, batting .275 on the season. Takes ball 1. Home run here would end the game. Be a mercy rule. Northwestern's yet to be mercy ruled on the season. Their second pitch is a strike. She throws something out of the way. Looked like it was an elbow guard or a wristband or something. There's a 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. The 1-2 count here for Grissom. Flanagan with the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Good battle here from Grissom.
You're announcing on Saturday, too. Yeah. If you really don't want to do it, I can do it. Well, you're baseball.
Runners on first and second here for Grissom. 2 ducks on the pond. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Flanagan. Swung on, fouled off once again. So Grissom staying alive. Still a 1-2 count here for Grissom. Here's the pitch from Flanagan. Swung on, grounded up the middle. That's a base hit. Steenstra's going to come around to throw, cut off, and Steenstra's going to run in, stand up. And that's a base hit for Grissom as that extends the lead to 6. So the winning run's on first base here with no outs. That'll bring up number 55, Bryn Tarenga.
Next up, number 55, Bryn Tornga.
She's 0 for 2 today. She takes ball 1. Ground out and a strikeout for Toringa here in this one. The 1-0 pitch from Flanagan. Bunt. She can't get it down. Fouled straight back.
We would like to welcome Dash back to the bleachers after taking a stroll in left field.
After having
A 1-1 count here for Flanagan. Toringa hitting .308 on the season with 8 hits and 26 at-bats. A 1-1 pitch from Flanagan. Toringa tries to get the bunt down, can't. So now it's 2 strikes on her. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Flanagan. Toringa trying to stay alive. Swings and misses, and that's a strikeout swinging. So Flanagan not trying to go down without a fight, and that'll bring up the second baseman, number 10, Peyton Whipple.
Next up, number 10, Peyton Whipple.
Whipple's 1 for 2 today with a double and a strikeout. She ended up scoring as she takes strike 1. Ended up scoring on that double.
Is it 16? Yes. Okay. I asked if I should add her, and they said probably not, but I will just.
And here's the 0-1 pitch from Flanagan. Whipple lays down a bunt, a great one at that. She's going to beat it out, and that's going to be a bunt single for Whipple. Beautiful bunt there from Whipple, and that brings up the top of the lineup. Not someone you want to be facing here. Is Brooke Rule. Is 2 for 3 on the day with a single, a double, as well as an RBI. And the winning run is on second base. The pitch swung on, fouled right.
Just in case.
0-1 count here for Rule. Rule looking to end this one early. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded to second. There's fielder's choice as 1 run comes in. So Rule gets the RBI, but she beats out the throw to cancel the double play. 11-4 the score now.
Yes, I know. I gave that an error.
Next up, number 5, Brooklyn Cox.
And that brings up number 5, Brooklyn Cox. She's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today, looking to end that streak as the winning run is on third base. She fouls off the first pitch. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Flanagan. Ball outside, and Rule's going to take the free base there. Doesn't really matter to the Raiders because if the runner on third scores, then game's over. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Flanagan. Called strike, so Cox once again in a 2-strike count. Flanagan trying to get out of this one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So Cox with her 4th strikeout of the day. And that'll end the 5th inning. We're going into the top of the 6th here after the break.
Nation, my name is Darren Kaiser, and I'm excited to serve as the new athletic director at Dordt University. Thank you for tuning in to the Dordt Media Network and supporting Defender Athletics. As an athletic department, we are committed to the Defender way. This means we are committed to the Great Commission, developing servant leaders, the academic development of our student athletes, and the pursuit of championships. I'm eager to join with you in supporting our athletes this year. Thank you for watching Defender Athletics on the Dordt Media Network. Go Defenders!
Hey Defender Nation, did you know that Dordt Athletics has over 700 student athletes that make up less than 50% of the student body? We want to invite you to join the Defender Gold Club and support those student athletes, our staff, and coaches this season. Your charitable donation helps advance Defender Athletics and the Defender Way. Last year, we were just shy of 900 members in the Defender Gold Club. Help us reach that 1,000 member mark this year. By becoming a member, you will directly support the student athletes and coaches here at Dordt University. Thanks for watching. Go Defenders.
Leading off the top of the sixth here for the Raiders, and number 2, Tatum Schmalbach. She is 0 for 1 here today. She slams one to short. Perky fields it. Had trouble, so that slowed her down a little bit, and she can't get it over to first in time. As Steenstra is the new first baseman over there after Grissom pinch hit last inning. So Raiders get their first runner on in the top of the sixth here. The swing by Krejci. She hits it into center, and that moves Schmalbach out over to third base. So Krejci's come up clutch twice here today for the Raiders. Meeting in the circle for Coach Zomer. That'll bring up number 5, Cassidy Gores. She swings, hits it through the 5-6 hole there, and that'll be an RBI single for the Raiders. So don't count out the Raiders as they cut the lead to 6 here. 2 runners on with no outs. I'll bring up number 1, Charlie Baumgars. Croy still in the circle. Pitch to Baumgars. Baumgars shows bunt, pulls back. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Croy's. The bunt from Baumgars. Pulls back. That's ball 2. Baumgars 0 for 2 in this one. A ground out and a strikeout. Ground out was when she slap hit a single but was out of the box. Tries to throw down the bunt there. She tips it straight down. Two 2-1 count here. Croy's just trying to get an out at this point. Doesn't matter where. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Bunt shown from Baumgars, and pitch is low, so she'll pull back. – 3-1 count for Baumgars. – 3-1 pitch from Croy's. Called strike. That'll bring the count to full. This is the 9-hole hitter. Brings up the top of the lineup after this hitter. So here's the 3-2 pitch from Croy's, an important one. Swung on, lined, grounded through, and that'll be a move him up single as no one scores, but everyone moves up a base. And now bases loaded for the top of the lineup, not what you want to see if you're a Defender fan, and that'll bring up number 18, Sydney Jacobs. So there will be a meeting in the circle for Dordt.
Batting number 18, Sydney Jacobs.
That hit will bring up the top of the lineup. Number 18, Sydney Jacobs, is 1 for 2 today with a walk. She had a single and a fly out and has scored twice today. There's the 0-0 pitch. Makes it 1-0. Jacobs hitting .411 this year with 15 RBIs. A chance to make that more here. Here's Croy's 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Tipped, excuse me. That one's fouled straight back. That one hit Hensley. Might have nicked her a little bit there, so umpire takes his trot out to the pitcher. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Croy's coming up. The pitch swung on by Jacobs as that one's also tipped. Hit Hensley again. 2-strike count here for Croy's, exactly where you want to be. Croy's with 100 pitches on the day. Here's the 101st. Up the middle, Perky can't get there. Rounding third, and she's safe. And the errant throw will move everyone up a base. That's a clutch hit for Jacobs as Gores scores the second run there. So that'll bring up Hayek with 2 runners on still, second and third, 2 runners in scoring position. Lead is cut to 4. Croy's just looking for an out here. Hayek's 0 for 1 today. She came in as a sub earlier in the game. 0 for 1 with the fly out. Here's the pitch. Ball high. Excuse me, called strike. Late call strike there. The 0-1 pitch from Croy's. Ball outside. On deck is Michelson, the hitter you don't want to face here. The 1-1 pitch from Croy's. Swung on line to left. 1 run will score. Hitchcock throws it in, and that'll be it. As there's another run for the Raiders. Bringing it to 4 this inning. And that'll bring up number 25, Gwen Michelson, who is 1 for 3 today. 2 flyouts. She also has a single. And she has 2 runners on for her here. She is the tying run. She swings, grounds it to third. Toringa gets it, throws it to first, and that'll be an out. And that's a huge one for the defenders. Toringa with a nice play. So Croy's gets a much-needed out. That'll bring up Gallegos, who she grounds to Croy's. Croy's gets another out, but a run does score. They'll take the trade. So it's now 11-9, but there is 2 outs. Those are the 2 hardest outs to get in this lineup, so pretty good there for Croy's. That brings up number 15, Kavatic. And here's Croy's looking to get that last out of this inning. Swung on, flown to right. It's going to go foul. Can she catch it? No. Cox almost got there. Kavatik's over 3 here. Reached on an error, a ground out and a fly out. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just outside. The 1-1 pitch from Croys. Called strike. Huge one here from Croys. The pitch coming up, it'll be her 111th. Swung on, hit over the first baseman's head. So Northwestern has cut the lead to just 1 in this inning. And the go-ahead run is now at the plate. That's number 2, Tatum Schmalbeck. Comes up to hit. She's 0 for 2 today with a walk. First pitch is outside. 11-10 the score here. Pitch from Croys. Runner goes. Throw down from Hensley, and she cannot get her in time. So now the tying run is in scoring position. Two-0 count. Croys just needs to get out of this one. The pitch called strike. Two-1 here. 11-10 the score. The pitch from Croys. Swung on, lined into the gap. Rule can't get there. And Northwestern has tied this game. And that throw is errant, so that'll be another base for Schmalbeck. She's going to third. No one's there. So Schmalbeck gets to third off of the single. And it's now a tie game with the go-ahead run at third. Now to bat for the Raiders is number 6, Reese Merrick. She's 1 for 2 today, looking to hit the go-ahead run in. The pitch from Croys, a little high. The pitch from Croys, called strike. 1-1 count here. Croys the pitch. Chopped to second. Whipple Fields gets it to first, and that'll be a third out of the inning. So Northwestern puts up a 7 spot in the top of the 6th to tie this game. We'll be back for the bottom half soon.
In the Dome, we have a space available for 2 full-size softball fields. However, this space is also utilized by the football, baseball, and soccer teams, as well as for other various athletic events. Another great thing about the American State Bank Sports Complex is that it's not just for Dordt athletes. It's for the entire community, whether that's high school soccer leagues, open turf time, or even a space for intramurals. Hope you stop by soon.
We appreciate the mission of Dordt, but more importantly, the organization, the team of people at Dordt live out that mission every day.
Dordt University's Christian perspective is thoughtfully and authentically applied in all areas of life. Live your faith in every area of life at Dordt University.
Back here for the bottom of the 6th inning. Dordt looking to bounce back after the rough inning out in the field. Leading off is number 2, Chloe Croys, who's 2 for 3 today with 4 RBIs, 2 2-run home runs. Looking to start something for the defender. She swings, grounds it, and that's a base hit. 5-6 hole. So she starts it off well for the defenders. Keeps her hot streak going. She's 3 for 4 on the day. And that'll lead to another hot streak here. And number 22, Annabelle Hensley, the catcher. She's 2 for 3 today, with a double as well as a single. First pitch from Flanagan. Bunt from Hensley. That's something you see all the time as she fouls it off. Hensley hitting .358 on the season. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Hensley. Bunt again. She bunts it right to the first baseman. She does her job effectively. Gets the runner over, Hensley does, and that'll be a sac bunt.
Now batting, number 13, Lord Steenstra.
2 home runs and a double for sure. 3 base.
Here's Steenstra, who's 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs in this one. 2 home runs and a double. There's way outside pitch, and it looks like they're going to throw way out to Steenstra. It looks like they're not even going to try to throw a strike. Ball 2. Some sort of intentional walk here. A 2-0 pitch, and that's outside as well. Another pitch from Steenstra here to walk, from Flanagan to walk Steenstra, and they do that in 4 pitches. That'll bring up number 7, Abby Hitchcock, as there's a meeting in the circle here. back here in the bottom of the sixth. One out, new pitcher in the circle for the Raiders, number 2, Tatum Schmalbeck. Started this game in the field, and she throws a strike in the first pitch. Tipped by Hitchcock. Hitchcock's 0 for 1 today with 2 walks. In her other at-bat, she struck out. The 0-1 pitch from Schmalbeck. Ball low. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Schmalbeck. Ball outside. Schmalbeck has 11 appearances this season. She's 1-0 with a 1.75 ERA, best on the team. The 2-1 pitch is called a strike. 2-2 the count here. 1 out. Runners on first and second here for Hitchcock. Trying to battle here. The pitch swung on and missed. Big strikeout from Schmalbeck. That'll bring up number 23, Ashton Grissom, who's a pinch hitter in her last at-bat. She got an RBI single. And here's the first pitch. Called strike. Up and outside corner. Grissom hitting .275 on the year. 4 home runs, including one in the last series against Dakota Wesleyan. Swings and foul tips that one. There's 2 strikes and 2 outs in this one. Big out here for the Raiders if they do get it going into the 7th. Here's the pitch, the 0-2 pitch. Ball low. Good take from Grissom. One, 2 coming from Schmalbeck. Swung on, grounded, right side. Gores fields it, she loses it. Grissom's going to get to first. So an error there by Gores. Keeps the defenders alive here in the 6th. That'll bring up number 55, Bryn Toringa. Here's the first pitch from Schmalbeck. Swung on and missed. Doringa's 0 for 3 today, 2 strikeouts, as well as a ground out. She has bases loaded for her right here to take the lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. She's down 0-2. .02 count here for Toringa. Looking to get a runner home. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Schmalbeck gets out of that one. We'll go into the bottom of the top of the 7th here. Tied at 11. We'll be back after the break.
At Dordt, we strive to build community from before you step foot on campus to years after you graduate. We want to give Dordt students the chance to live and learn together and create meaningful, lifelong relationships that are rooted in faith. Connect to others in purposeful relationships at Dordt University.
Today's Dordt Media Network livestream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Back here for the top of the 7th. 11-11 game here between Northwestern and Dordt. Northwestern coming off a 7-run inning in the 6th. That'll bring up number 5, Cassidy Gores, first baseman here today. First pitch by Croys, who's still in the game with 121 pitches. First pitch was a ball. Gores is 1 for 3 today with an RBI. 2 flyouts along with that single and RBI, and she takes strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Croys. Ball high. Two 2-1 count here for Gores. Swung on line to third. Torringa's right there. Quick reaction. That'll bring up number 1, Charlie Bungars for the Raiders. The 9 spot here. She swings the first pitch, fouls it off. Baumgart's 1 for 3 today with a strikeout as well as a ground out. The 0-1 pitch from Croys. Bunt from Baumgart's lands right on the plate. They're going to call it foul. Would have been beneficial to the defenders if it wasn't. Oh, 2 count here for Croys. Want to get this out so Jacobs, the leadoff hitter, doesn't have anything to work with. The 0-2 pitch is up and in. A 1-2 pitch from Croys, or 125th, is high. So it's 2-2 now. Swung on by Baumgars, head over Perky's head. So there will be a runner on for the top of the lineup for Jacobs. Baumgars gets her second hit of the game.
Jacobs. He was one of my good friends throughout high school and college, actually, and I played intramurals almost every sport.
So 1 out here. Runner on first. That'll bring up the top of the lineup, number 18, Sydney Jacobs. She's 2 for 3 today with 2 RBIs and a walk. First pitch she takes outside. And here's 1-0 pitch from Croys with Baumgars at first. Jacobs shows bunt. Baumgars steals, and she is safe at second. So now there is a runner at second. 2-0 count here. Hensley asked to see if the runner left early. She did not. 2-0 count here with a runner in scoring position for Jacob. The pitch called strike. Jacobs, number 2 in average here on the Raiders. They're hitting .411 on the season. The 2-1 pitch from Croys. Ball outside. So now it's a 3-1 count. Don't want to walk her here, but also don't want to give her something easy to hit. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded to Croys. Croys throws the first, and there's 2 down. Could have gone 3, but she took the easy one. So now 2 outs. Croys just needs this out, and that'll bring up number 10, Jory Hayek.
Now batting number 10, Jory.
She's 1 for 2 today with an RBI. RBI single earlier in the game. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swung on, grounded to Croix. Croix fields it, throws to first. And that'll end the top half of the 7th. Dordt giving up no runs. We'll be back after this break.
Biblical truth shapes Dordt's worldview, giving students the wisdom to serve God and neighbor through their work and in their daily lives. Do all that God has created you to do at Dordt University.
Back here for the bottom half of the 7th in a tie game. This is exactly what you live for. Here's the 9-hitter, Peyton Whipple, who's 2 for 3 today in the 9 spot. Something that is very beneficial to a lineup. See if she can start it off once again. First pitch swung on and missed. Schmalbeck seeming to get a lot of swings and misses from this Dordt lineup. Second pitch from Schmalbeck, fielded by Michelson, throws it to first, and they'll get the first out of the inning. So Whipple grounds out to start. It'll bring up number 30, Brooke Rule, 2 for 4 on the day with 2 RBIs. The leadoff hitter for the Defenders, so this is where she specializes. Yo pitch. Swung on, grounded, and it gets through. So, Rule gets through on that one. Pinch hitting for Brooklyn Cox will be number 3, Casey Karsick. Karsick is hitting .232 on the year, including a home run in the last series against Dakota Wesleyan. First pitch, taking strike, Rule goes. She's going to beat the throw, so she steals a base. 0-1 count here for Karsick with a runner in scoring position. The winning run at second. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. 0-2. Schmalbeck looking to get through the Dordt lineup one more time. Karsick. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. So another strikeout from Schmalbeck. Karsick strikes out, but Croix is up, and if there's anyone you want hidden, if you're the Defenders, it's her. She's 3 for 4 with,
I can do that when I put all the.
excuse me, look at the stats. She has 2 home runs as well as a single. She takes ball 1. 4 RBIs on the day. Looking to get herself the win here, and they're going to walk her. So she won't have the chance to get the win here.
Yep.
There's ball 3. And there's the 4-pitch walk. Intentional.
Now batting number 22, Annabelle Hensley.
So that'll bring up Hensley. Not sure why they went to do that. It looks like they're going to have a meeting here. It looks like it might be a pitching change. So that makes a little more sense as to why they would do that. So no pitching change for the Raiders. So that'll bring up Hensley. They walked Croys just to get to Hensley, who's 2 for 3 and hitting .358 on the season. So runner in scoring position, the winning run. Hensley swings, chops it to short. Hayek fields, throws to first. Gores catches it. Looks like she might have had some trouble, but she does get the out, and we'll go to extras going into the top of the 8th here after the break.
Are thinking about God's good design for creation, and I think we're really intentional about having students think about what does this mean for you as you serve them. Although we offer them a very rigorous set of courses and expectations in the academic sense of social work, we also teach as intentionally and as rigorously as other academic programs, but have this fundamental and core foundation of who we are and why we're here.
We're here for extras in the 8th inning. Leading off for the Raiders is going to be number 25, Gwen Michelson, the 3-hitter. The power in this Raider offense. She is 1 for 4 today. A lot of hard contact, though, as she takes ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Croys, who's still in the game. Ball 2. She's at 136 pitches. 2-0 pitch from Croys. Swung on, lined in the gap. That's going to be trouble. Cox fields it. Michelson gets into second. And that's a leadoff double for the Raiders. Not what you want to see if you're the defenders. Coming up is number 12, Chloe Gallegos. And she's 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs today. She has a chance for her 4th, and the go-ahead run would be Northwestern. First lead since 1-0 in the top of the first. Goes for the bunt, misses, but it forces Hensley to miss the pitch. They're saying maybe she got a piece of it. They're going to say didn't get a piece of anything. So Gallegos now has a runner on third with no outs. There's a 1-0 pitch from Croys. Swung on, flown into center. Right center gap, and Rule can't get there. It gets down at the warning track, and Gallagher's going to slide into second for a double. Northwestern takes the lead 12-11. There's going to be a pinch runner here for Northwestern. Berkeley Johansson is going to run for the Raiders. That'll bring up number 15, Maddie Kovacic. And they're going to bring in a new pitcher, Dordt is. Croy's 139 pitches, 15 hits, 12 runs, 7 earned, with 1 strikeout. And she goes 7 full innings there, but couldn't get the complete game. They'll bring in number 9, Emerson Van Meter. She'll be warming up. Van Meter's all warmed up, and that'll bring up number 15, Maddie Kovacic. She's 1 for 4 today with an RBI. And she has a runner on second for her with no outs, up 1. She goes to bunt, puts it down. Hensley fields, throws to first. Whipple with the great play. Becomes a first baseman, but Kovacic gets the job done. So now there's a runner on third for Schmalbeck with 1 out. Great play by Whipple to cover first and then play first, essentially. That'll bring up Schmalbeck, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI. First pitch is low. It's a 1-0 count. Runner on third here. And the pitch from Van Meter. Swung on, fouled back. One here from Van Meter. Called strike. It'd be a huge out here for Van Meter if she can get it done. Limit the damage to 1 run. The 1-2 pitch from Van Meter. Low. Good stop by Hensley. The 2-2 pitch from Van Meter. Goes for bunt. She catches it. Hensley throws to third. They could get her. She's safe. Would have been an inning-ending double play.
Now batting number 6, Reese Merrick.
That'll huge out there for Van Meter. That'll bring up number 6, Reese Merrick. First pitch is a ball. Merrick is 1 for 3 today with a single, a ground out, and a fly out. 1-0 pitch from Van Meter. Ball outside. The pitch. Called strike there for Van Meter. 2-1 count. Just need an out here if you're the defenders. Infield playing in. The pitch. Goes for the bunt. Pulls back. That's Johansson at third base. There's Van Meter. 3-1 pitch is up, so Merrick gets on base, and that'll bring up number 5, Cassidy Gores. 1 for 4 on the day with an RBI. So it almost makes it easier for the defenders. Now there's an out at second available. Corners playing in still. Middle infield playing back. The first pitch from Van Meter. Swung on, missed. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Van Meter. Good stop by Hensley to get out of her stance to get that one. 15 hits for Northwestern, 14 for Dordt. No lack of power in the box today. 1-1 pitch is a called strike, delayed steal from Merrick. And now Dordt no longer has the force, but there is 2 strikes. Van Meter looking to put Gores away, heading to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. The 1-2 pitch from Van Meter. Called strike 3. Van Meter gets the out. That'll be the end of the top of the 8th. We'll be back for the bottom half right after this.
Find furniture, mattresses, flooring, paint, and window treatments at your local Furniture Mart. They are family owned and located in downtown Sioux Center.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Ski-Bout Window and Door, your local window experts. Whether you're building or replacing, Ski-Bout Window and Door has the products, people, and knowledge to get the job done right. See Ski-Bout and see the difference. Today's broadcast brought to you by Prairie Life Chiropractic, combining skill and expertise that spans the entire chiropractic, acupuncture, and physical health spectrum. They want you to move better and live better.
Homegrown.
Community.
Family. Innovators.
Growth.
Faith.
Legacy.
We are dedicated to egg.
Today's Dordt Media Network live stream broadcast is produced by the students of Dordt University. Thanks for watching.
Here we go for the bottom of the 8th. Leading off is Lauren Steenstra for the defenders. Chasing 1 run, the defenders are. First pitch is swung on and missed. Steenstra, 3 for 3 today with 4 RBIs. This is the person you want up. She slaps one down the right field line, goes a little bit foul. Steenstra with 2 home runs today and an intentional walk as well. This time they can't walk her. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded, foul.
Oklahoma State's got one on 2 outs, second, third.
0-2 count here for Steenstra. The pitch from Schmalbeck. Swung on, grounded to short. Thrown, picked by Gores. And that's a big first out for Northwestern. Hayek with the great play, good throw. Strong throw, I should say. It was a great play by Gores. That'll bring up number 7, Abby Hitchcock. She's 0 for 2 today with 2 strikeouts as well as 2 walks. First pitch swung on, fouled. The 0-1 pitch from Schmalbeck. Hitchcock looking to start something here for the defenders. Pitch is outside. Called outside. Ball. One count to Hitchcock. Outside strike. Hit the outside corner now. Hitchcock down to her last strike. The pitch from Schmalbeck. Swung on and missed. And Schmalbeck only needs one more. That brings up number 23, Ashton Grissom. So she's the last hope for the defenders. 1 for 2 with an RBI. Pinch hit earlier in the game as she takes ball 1. Second pitch from Schmalbeck. Ball low. Grissom in a 2-0 count here. Hitting .275 on the season. 1 for 2 today. Schmalbeck with 4 strikeouts in her short outing. Swung on, grounded to short. Hayek fields, throws to first. Gores gets it, and that's a huge comeback win for Northwestern. And we'll be back soon for the second game of the doubleheader.
Top-notch rental equipment for your next project? Look no further than Rental, located in Sioux Center, Spencer, Storm Lake, and Sioux Falls. Rental, your regional equipment rental experts. Visit them online, rental.com, or call 712-722-3928. Today's broadcast brought to you by Flooring and Design in Sioux Center. Whether you are building a new home, remodeling your current home, or wanting to freshen up your decor, we can help make your home as unique as you. Stop in to see us at Flooring and Design.
Premier Bank has always understood the value of family. We recognize that as your family grows, your banking needs change, and we're here to help you each step of the way. We'll create a customized plan for easier and better banking and support you in making the most of every dollar, today and always. Visit epremierbank.com or stop by any of the 5 Premier Bank locations in Iowa or South Dakota to partner with a bank who's ready to grow with you.
Here for the Player of the Game presentation. Today's Player of the Game is brought to you by Ross Hookstra with State Farm, serving Sioux County and the tri-state area. Call Ross at 712-722-0806 for all your insurance needs, or stop by the Sioux Center office next to Dairy Queen. With that being said, our State Farm Player of the Game is Chloe Croys. She had 7 innings pitched for the defenders, kept them in the game, as well as 2 home runs. On the hitting side of things, she was the main offense for Dordt, her and Lawrence Steenstra, but Croix threw 7 innings, so she gets the nod today. We'll see how the second game goes, but Chloe Croix is your State Farm Player of the Game.